brought to a lower state, you must learn to be patient. You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Who trusted Yah was misled in our past generations. No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying, I'm no talebearing. Get thee behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed. Get thee behind me, Satan. No idolatry, no adultery.
Welcome to Pillars of Rest, where you can find special material for our sisters, by our sisters. This is a Sons of Thunder exclusive platform focused on building, encouraging, uplifting, and engaging with the daughters of Zion. Here you'll find personalized and interactive content geared towards showing what it truly means to be a pillar of rest. Interviews, scripture breakdowns, tips on motherhood, marriage, and testimonials are just the beginning of the many things to learn from and enjoy in this program.
Brought to a lower state, you must learn to be patient. You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Who trusted Yah was misled in our past generations. No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying, I'm no talebearing. Get thee behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed. Get thee behind me, Satan. No idolatry.
Oh man, what the fuck going on, Scooter?
Soldier Yatham. Siren 2. Let's get it. When you brought to a lower state, you must learn to be patient. You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Who trusted Yah was misled in our past generations. No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying, I'm no talebearing. Get thee behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed. Get thee behind me, Satan. No idolatry, no adultery. Get thee behind me, Satan. I can't deal with my brother false. Get thee behind me, Satan. Seem like a never end the war between flesh and the spirit. I heard that voice say this the way I pray my loved ones hear it. I'm treating sin like it got cooties, don't wanna get near it. If not pertaining to the Father, I'm sorry, I'm fearless. Won't take a left turn all right when it's a narrow path. You keep the law, you get the kingdom, I can simple math. Boast in your house all day on Hamashiach's behalf. Deny the mark of the beast, or drink from the cup of wrath. Keep your spirit pure, practice on fasting and praying. You a saint, you must multiply your faith and your patience. Love thy neighbor as thyself, don't never betray me. And if you're tempted, pray and say, get thee behind me, Satan. When you brought to a lower state, you must learn to be patient. You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Who trusted Yah was misled in our past generations. No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying, I'm no talebearing. Get thee behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed. Get thee behind me, Satan. No idolatry, no adultery. Get thee behind me, Satan. I can't deal with my brother false. Get thee behind me, Satan.
I'ma do it how I love, I got my faculties. And every single precept make my point to value these. Example, humble me, I'm grounded like what gravel be. We law about in any shirt with fringes, that's my casualty. Revelation say the savior color copper be. Our own hatred kind, but front them crackers copper please. Fall balance abomination to God, so now obviously give you fair warning, don't try that angle, that's our size of lead. Off the muscle, not one to just watch it suffer. Don't be respect of persons, anywise rebuke your brother. Prepare myself for tribulations, that which worketh patience. No thinking about being grimy, get thee behind me, Satan. Get thee behind me, Satan.
When you brought to a lower state, you must learn to be patient. You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Who trusted Yah was misled in our past generations. No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying, I'm no talebearing. Get thee behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed. Get thee behind me, Satan. No idolatry, no adultery. Get thee behind me, Satan. I can't deal with my brother false. Get thee behind me, Satan.
Above all nations, a brand rooted with our heritage in mind. Featuring the Babylon Has Fallen hoodie, this mighty piece is a bold statement describing the times we're living in. Also perfect for keeping warm while standing firm in your faith. You won't be able to miss the vibrant Song of Solomon tee, inspired by Song of Solomon 1 and 10, a piece that represents our royal heritage that the Most High gave us. Head over to aboveallnations.shop to grab yours now. They're moving fast. That's aboveallnations.shop. Kwame Yashrala.
Yo. Yeah. Say what's real.
My father figure keep me guided, I'm always protected. Not a single wrong, I don't ever get corrected. Light over my shoulders, tales from a priest. Take a Psalms 23 and sit your tail to a seat. Legendary in a way, but nothing like a tall tale. False God, set them up, they all fell. Fantasies, they all sell. Nothing in my time can compare to the timeless. The light behind my rhyme and the one who I get in line with. Ain't no other lane for this fire flame minister. Descended from a higher plane, ain't no higher name from the one. When a gun jam, I figure you know now. Divine power follow me, that's just how it be. I can testify for sure, my heart not pure, but still I get to see a day that I did not work for. Bodies dropping with the climate, gas raising on black faces. Still I'm the one who made it. I just be thinking when I roll, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. The Most High. Something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. I feel like everywhere I go, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. The Most High. With my conscience, I acknowledge that there is a higher power. Look at me. False idols never promise victory. You survive cause you was meant to. Stop the guessing, you a prized possession. Blessing from the sky, ain't no higher lesson. I'm a messenger, you should get with this rhythm. Gospel, you ain't gotta be poor with chains no more. Flip up your master plate, don't be captivated by your master space. The earth is yours, but first the one we know gon' have to pass away. Destiny, you part of a higher design. They tell me the sight of his eyes like fire and wine. Coming at the wild child who made it through the birth canal. One shot, amazing how you missed the kiss of death. Life was in your step, people turned away from out this way, never coming back. Slipped and fell inside the cracks, landed on their back, but you 10 toes in the field, still in one piece, for real from the bottom, where all kind of brothers get easily killed. Rest in peace to them. You part of a higher design, they tell me the sight of his eyes like fire and wine. When I roll, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. The Most High. Something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. I feel like everywhere I roll, something keep watching me. Something keep watching me. Most High. I said something keep watching me. Something keep watching me.
Beat money.
All of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. All of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. Keep me in the palm of your mighty hands. Father, don't let me fall. False excuses, know you heard them all. Could've ignored me, but you heard my call. And you refused to let your servant fall. You know that really keep on calling. Every now and then I get withdrawals. Man, they hit different when your sister sit around it all. Have you forget about that time you violated laws? And you needed Abba to forgive you, he forgave it all. That's why I pray that you remember me for memories that made you smile and not the ones that made you judge the least. Father, I pray that when you raise up out that judgment seat, that you see it fit for me to reign with you above the beast. But at the least, all of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall,
I fall, make a way for me. Yeah, even if I fall, I know he in charge. The great shepherd of the sheep, I know he hear my voice. He gave me life or death for real, I don't deserve a choice. Took all of those things that was against me, then he made it void. I said, yeah, how was shine? Follow me down these wicked roads, don't let that drama slide. Cause it's been written on them scrolls right when they prophesied. And it don't matter how it goes, you never left my side, even though I should've died. Why? But your grace is sufficient. Look how you took my wicked mind and then replaced what's missing. Look how you took my spirit blind and then you gave me vision. Even though I was out of line, I refused to listen. You gave me wisdom. That's why all of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. Yeah. All of my sins take away from me. Save me from myself, save a place for me. Help me keep your laws, keep them faithfully. And Father, even if I fall, make a way for me. Yeah.
Us, blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics are walking around and they do not realize that they have a nation. But you do. Sometimes we can take that gift for granted, Con. We can take that thing for granted. But we have a nation. What does that mean? That means we have a culture, which y'all are enjoying. We got music, but most of all, what? We have a God. God? Now with that comes responsibility. It comes your discipline or your religion. That's what religion is. It's your discipline. And what does the God that we serve require? We know that he has laws. We know that he has a son that's our savior. We know that he has prophets that's deep. And all of that is deep and spiritual. But there's something that I want the nation to focus on with the little time that I have today. That is brotherhood. Brotherhood, which follows with sisterhood, is the same thing. Brotherhood is the final chamber. See, we can get deep with all the prophecy. We can understand all the breakdowns. But if we can't solve the puzzle of brotherhood, then we've accomplished nothing as a nation. Y'all with me so far? Y'all tracking me? All right. I promise I ain't going to be long-winded. Listen to me. In Psalms 133, the Lord said that the unity of brethren, there is nothing better than that. Y'all know that scripture? And in the New Testament, Paul told us in Romans 12, he said that we have to honor each other in brotherly love. What? Preferring one another. That's something we ain't figured out yet. It has to become against our religion to disrespect one of our own people. Y'all hear me? It has to become against our culture to be violent towards one of our own. We got to always see the humanity in one of our brothers and sisters like the other nations see in theirs. They got no quarter when it comes to you. They cruel, they impatient when it comes to you. And when we're looking for love, some of our own brothers have become like the nations to try to separate themselves from the hurt that come with what we come from. But you can't escape that thing. You got to heal it. You got to accept it, embrace it, and what the Lord say? You got to show brotherly love with affection towards one another. All right? Sometimes we can't do that. Sometimes we look at our own as the enemy also. So you got the enemies all around you, and then you got your own brother looking at you the same way. We can't have that, Con. It has to become against our God to be disrespectful to one another. We got to look at another brother that look like us, another sister that look like us, and say it's a part of my religion to love and honor you. Okay? For me to serve my God properly, I got to love you. We got to do it like that, Israel. We got to watch how we talk about each other. The things that we say, these words carry meaning. And we got to be mighty to build each other up. What is our culture and our music that they giving to us in these last days, man? It ain't building us up.
So we got to be able to do that for each other, because y'all are the ones that are aware that what? You got a nation. Say that. Say nation. You have a nation. All right? You're not carrying the flag that come with your slavery. You're not carrying the flag that come with you being the last. Your needs being the last. You walking with the banner of Zion. That means you are what? Deuteronomy 7:6. You above all what? Nations. So you got to live and walk in that truth, man. So an event like this is so powerful because, and this is what I tell our brothers in the camp all the time, when you get around your people in a circumstance like this, receive the love that you're getting. Don't be competitive. Don't be trying to shine. When brothers come and dap you, take that in and receive that graciously and let it build you up. Let it increase your battery, your spiritual battery, man. So all of this love that's being passed around, let it wash over you in the name of our Lord, Khan. And what that's going to do, that's going to heal you. Okay? We become too callous because the world is hard and it's impatient with us and it's hard on us. We become too callous. So when we get an event like this and you can let your guard down, go ahead. All right? Let that love wash over you and let it heal your body, man. Let it heal your mind. All right, look at these children playing. I heard a brother earlier who was rhyming. He said this is like the kingdom. Look at the children happy and playing. Us as adults, we need some happiness too, man. And you know where you're going to find it? With your nation. That's where you're going to find it, all right? You're looking for love? Go to your people. You're looking for respect? Go to your people. Because it should be readily given to you. Y'all understand what I'm saying? All right, I ain't trying to bore y'all to death. My name is Brother Joel. Brother Yahweh Awesome called me. I represent the Sons of Thunder Israelites. It is our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. Because y'all needs and how y'all feel is at the top of my list, man. We ain't got no politician we can run to. Ain't no politician we can run to. We can't go to him because he got to put everybody's needs or he can't win. So we can't look to him for healing us. Ain't no preacher or pastor we can run to because they don't know the scriptures. They don't understand that they have a nation, right? They don't even know that they the people of the book. So where are we going to go to get that nourishment that we need, that the scriptures say? All right? It says the Most High is in the heavens. He has done whatsoever he has pleased. And it pleased him in these last days that you should know who you are. Okay? So we're going to take that humbly and mercifully in the name of his son, who gave that sacrifice so we can stand here right now. We're going to be gracious and we're going to spread what? Love to one another, God. And what we're going to do, we're going to represent our what? Our nation. All right? That's why we're here today. So shalom to the Fringe Fest, my brother Monologue, man. Y'all receiving your love. The water.
All praises to the Most High. I'm sorry, I need to make this announcement. Ticket 80. Somebody had ticket 80. You was waiting.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahabashim Yashabarakatam.
Yabashim Yashabarakatam.
Shalom, Israel. Kum Yashala.
Kum Yashala.
Okay. I'm about to throw a curveball to all these brothers with me that study with me. I'm going to throw a curveball to the brother that stayed with me last night and helped me put together an immutable defense for my character and my work. And I'm going to throw him a curveball. And we're not going to do it. The final chamber is brotherhood. I'm going to go over some basic things. And I'm going to point out some things. And we're not going to take no shots. We're not going to indict nobody. But we're going to be real. And we're going to do it like that, man. You know, we can't teach an evil lesson to Israel. But we can be real. And I know why y'all here tonight, early. Usually it take y'all a few minutes to fall into my class. But y'all here early because I know what you expect. And I know what has transpired has piqued your interest. Okay? But it's very important that you understand that It has taken 8 years to build Sons of Thunder into the principled foundation that I feel represents my vision for what it means to be a brother and what brotherhood means. And I did my very best with that. And we can't allow a small moment in time to change our mission.
That's right.
Yahushai, Stephen, Paul, even Moses, we cannot return evil for evil. We could be real. I'm gonna be real tonight, but I ain't returning evil for evil is crazy. You not to be played with. You worked hard on that. Look at how the brother,
Yeah.
I put spirits on my brothers when they saw me in my carnal frame. When they saw me feeling disrespected, like you could play with me like that. And they saw me in my carnal frame. And then I saw my spirit jump on them. And I said, no, you're a leader. It's not supposed to be fair for you. That don't mean it don't hurt. That don't mean it don't hurt. But it's not supposed to be fair for you. The rules is different for you. So before I talk about why you all here, I want to point out the love. Israel, y'all have showered me with compliments, supportive text messages. I'm getting phone calls 7 o'clock in the morning. Brothers want to tell me how much they love me and appreciate me. I'm getting text messages throughout the course of the day for a week straight. Just know we love you, Ak. You a soldier for this truth, and you love Israel, and we know that. It don't matter what nobody say about you or how brothers may try to depict you for whatever needs that they have. You loyal, y'all all. You a real brother. You inspiring because of your brotherhood. And then I came here tonight ready to destroy that. I came here tonight to let you know you can't play with me like that. You touching that which I worked hard on, which is my intellectual property. You spit on it. You spit in my face and told me you loved me at the same time.
Yeah.
You urinated on my property and told me it was raining. You violated the bond of our personal brotherhood to whatever ambition you had and used me as a stare and stepped on my face, knowing that I would never do that to you in thousands of millenniums and eons. I would never do it. Unchangeable. And I was ready to destroy. I was ready to return evil for evil. I'm being real. I'm telling the truth. I got my brothers with me, and we backing you, bro. Niggas, that's crazy. And I watched myself teach just then and said, Satan is elite at destroying the sons of the living God. And how can I know that that's what I believe in and behave how I completely prepared myself to behave? And I can't do it, man. We're going to have to go. We're going to do this a different way. I'm going to be real, but it ain't going to be the way that
y'all expect
satisfied my flesh.
Yeah.
Your ego, man. Your ego is powerful.
Yeah. Very.
How dare you? What? And the old man is there.
Trying to
See, the Most High be helping me. Sometimes he moved me to do the right. I watched, last Saturday night after we came back from camp, I watched the video. I go, I must have been possessed because I don't feel like how I was talking on that video. But that was the Most High saying, I'm not going to let you fail. I'll speak for you. I'll put these words in your mouth and express it like this. But as soon as I was done teaching that, and I slept on it, I woke up the next morning, and there was daggers in my eyes. And I bite my lip till it bleed. I'm so angry. Nigga, what? You did what? I worked hard. You took that away from me. For what? Would never. And then animosity builds, and then the old man is behind me, rubbing my shoulders. Yeah, nah, they can't play with you like that. Put too much work in, bro. You're going to show them. You're going to show them. You're not the one, man. All that, man. And then it starts to sound right.
Yeah.
And it was sounded right up until 9:29 or whatever. And then I'm watch that video of me teaching, and I go, that dude wouldn't do what you about to do. And everybody that believe in that dude is going to be disappointed if you move how you about to move, because you feel you've been wronged, lied on, verbally, intellectually disrespected, and a nigga touched your pockets, and a nigga called you with all types of charlatan and you selling the truth. Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh. And I know you, bro. And on top of that, you would never do that.
Yep.
That was your guy. And then it builds even more rage. Israel, I ain't got nothing to teach you but the things that work for me. And patience is the, yo, let me tell you, man. Patience is the answer. Cleaving to the Most High is the answer. So this video might not be exactly what you came here for, but if you came here for that, you could leave now.
Not here for the right reasons.
Because we don't teach that here. Okay? Our handshakes are genuine. Whether you're around or not around.
That's right. That's right.
Now, I'm going to explain my intention behind this document here that I stand behind and believe in.
God.
For sure.
This document here. John 1:1 is not about a pre-incarnate Christ. This document was sent as a courtesy to brothers who share stages with me and teach with me. If you follow my clubhouse ministry, you know that when it comes to the Trinity, Islam, the Talmud, brothers often call me as a resource, not only asking for my notes, but asking me to teach and stand in the gap versus certain opponents. And they honor me by considering me in that way. That is an honor to me that my peers and colleagues think that I have something to offer. And it honors me. I don't get puffed up with pride, but it's a good feeling that brothers believe in you. So when I wrote this book, the first people I went to were my captains. And I told them, after 7 months of research and not studying to be right, but studying for the antithesis of what I've discovered, so that I'm not in an echo chamber, I've come to a conclusion and a moral responsibility of what I will teach. And I gave them the first right of refusal. That means them brothers had the opportunity and option to say, well, Adawan, our journey ends here. Not, you niggas gonna teach this and you, no, I didn't come at y'all like that. I talked to them like a council of intelligent wise men who deserve to have their intellect respected. And I showed them my research, and they all concurred. They weren't pushovers either. My brothers know the Bible. The answers that I presented them with were sensible, and they all concurred. And in the following days, they began to add on. Add on, look at this, look at this, look at this. You was correct. Look at this, you was correct. After that, we went to our gray shirts and gave them the second right of refusal. And told them, this is what we will be teaching going forward concerning this issue. And then we didn't tell them, we your spiritual leaders, you listen to what we telling you, and if you don't see what we saying, you's a stupid idiot. We didn't talk to them like that, because that's not the brothers that we've collected. It's a small camp, but every man with that gray shirt, I know them, and I understand that they understand what we teaching. And they all concurred. And we said, we must tell our body. We must tell our body. So at the new moon of last month, after we said the prayers, we openly announced to all of those who kept new moon with us what we are going to instruct concerning this matter going forward. And they asked questions for 2 hours. And after 2 hours, they all concurred that this was the wisest course of action and best for their safety. And after we did that, we said, you know what we're going to do? We have a Patreon where people who didn't join the camp, they didn't join Pillars of Rest, they didn't join SOT, they don't live where we live, but they study with us and they support us monthly there, asking questions and leaving comments on all of the videos we place there that you will not find on our YouTube. Right. And we said, we must explain it to them.
Right. Yep.
And the lesson was brought to them.
Right.
In that order, that methodology.
Yep.
Because
that's right.
Irregardless of how you feel, you don't tell us what to teach over here.
Right.
There are many things brothers teach that we supposed to be like this with. We don't teach that. And you know we don't teach that. But you teach that. When you teach that, I go like this. I don't make no faces. And I know how to teach that.
We know your position. Right. I know what crazy.
Because I respect you.
I know what precept you on this. Exactly.
Because I respect you. I don't teach it. But if somebody tried to scoff why you teach it, I could cut them with why you teach it. So they can't bring animosity between brothers. I take you seriously. You're not a prop for me. I don't use you for no type of clout. You are not a convenience for me. You are my brother. That's if you're around me.
That's right.
Straight like that. But you don't dictate what we teach here. Okay? That's a statement. That's not saying, oh, he's insinuating. All of those guys was in the chat in that other video.
Right.
The insinuators.
Right.
We don't allow insinuators here. Anybody insinuate here, anybody make a negative comment about one of my brothers here, you banned from the channel for life. Simple. That's the way I move. That's the way we move for each other. That's what they taught here. So I'm not worried about the insinuators. They won't show themselves because they know.
Yeah. Not up here.
Yeah. Not here.
Right.
You said, what about who? It's my brother. You gone.
You know.
But there's the clubhouse situation, and brothers call on me. If there's an issue with the Trinity, y'all you got that one source that we all asked you for. When the Trinity comes up, you got that one doctrine that you go to cut what he's specifically saying right now. And they call on me, not all the time, but it's discourteous to not make them aware of my academic discovery. Yet when they come on my stage, I green bean them.
Right.
When they come on my stage, we laughing together, and I hand them a mic, and then I'm a blindside them when they say right, y'all all, and I go, we don't teach that no more.
Right.
Oh, never would I do that to you, man. So I made a clubhouse room where I explained in brevity, because it's not full clubhouse, because there's a lot of gainsayers there.
Mm-hmm.
Clubhouse is not my ministry. My ministry is in the wicked 5 points and here.
Yeah.
This is how you learn what we teach.
Right.
The people from Clubhouse don't come here. They call me all types of names there. They don't come here because they don't care. And I'm not casting my pearls before them swine. That's right. But what I will do is make all of the brothers who teach with me aware of my academic reposition. And I did that. Mm-hmm. And my brother said, y'all will all send me the document. I said, this document is for camp leaders and brothers who do the work. If anybody else want to read this document, you got to study with SOT because that's where we teaching it. Mm-hmm. So if you want to know what this is about, you got to go to where we teach.
Right.
That became something else later, but brothers described that another way, which hurt me too.
It's okay though.
Well, it's not okay. When you hurt, you acknowledge it. Athletes that don't acknowledge that they hurt get a worse injury. So when you hurt in the spirit, acknowledge that hurt, and then you can begin to wrap the wound, and then you can put a brace on it. But if you don't acknowledge that it hurt, you're going to be moving in anger because you hurt. What I teach around here, for brothers to be circumspect and to have complete control of their emotions and not to act on emotions, not to act rashly. What is my famous saying around here? I don't talk to people when
I'm angry. When I'm angry. Yeah. When I'm upset with them.
I can wait.
My anger will misrepresent my sentiment toward that person.
I can wait. Why would I talk to you while I'm angry and then the nigga in me talks to you and makes it a whole different thing? Because it's hard to control him. He's mighty because he's you. Notice I anthropomorphize myself, but actually an idea of myself outside of myself and refer to it as another person. It's interesting.
Y'all see why.
Breadcrumbs.
It's interesting.
You'll see why. For the people that's telling us to teach doctrine.
Yeah.
Relax.
Just hold tight.
The class is not for you to satiate your desires.
Right.
It's to study with SOT.
Hold tight.
I'm teaching something here
Hold tight.
that brothers can grow from. Because I'll tell you a story. Many years ago, you might have heard of a camp called FOPE. Many years ago, the brothers of that camp went on Facebook and they were slandering my elder, and I was furious. And these brothers disrespectful.
Love the story.
Right? And I was mad, but I was able to hold my reins. They was live on Facebook. I was young in the truth, no discipline, and a know-it-all too. Funny story, in that camp, I got angry at one of the scoffers and I got checked for it. And I never talked back. I took that and I learned from that. Why you letting that scoffer control your emotions? Well, they disrespecting me. They disrespecting the Most High. He gonna deal with them. Get off the line. Come back later. I didn't quit either. I didn't get in my feelings. That was the water Adawan Zabak for teaching me that. Calm down. I can't use you like this. You a good reader. Now you mad. You screaming the precepts. No. Get off the line. And have I done that to y'all? Yes. Yes.
Yep.
And you thought on your ways.
Yep.
And you come back calm. Some of you have seen me do it live in videos. With the Yaju, I had to check my brothers. Like, yo, you out of the spirit. You're getting mad when you're supposed to get wise.
Enjoy it.
Yes. Enjoy knowing the Bible.
That's why we outside.
That's why we here. They supposed to disagree. Well, them brothers, after they was slandering everything they could slander, they said my name. And I lost my mind. I called into that live. And I was talking crazy. An embarrassment. Not fit to lead no organization like SOT talking like that. But real niggas would respect me. Is that what we doing?
Right.
I'm here for real niggas. We trying to be real. No, we the Israelites.
That's right.
We the wisest, most understanding people, most intelligent, and greatest people on the face of the earth. My elder called me and said, stand down. I said, what? He disrespected me. He said, who you talking to? Damn. I said, look, he said, look at how he control you. And I was ashamed. And that was 7 years ago. And I haven't been that angry again until last Saturday. And I wasn't angry because somebody disrespected me. I was angry because that's my friend. And I'd do anything for you. And I speak of you only as a wonderful prodigy. And it's the only way I've ever spoken of you. And for you to speak of me that way, the old man, he resurrected out of the dirt. He had dirt in his teeth the way he climbed out of that grave. And he said, I've been waiting for a moment like this. Let's get him. And I said, well, what does Yahweh say? And he went in reverse back into the grave.
Yeah.
But he didn't die. Israel, he's not going to die. He come back. Nigga moving like the Michael Jackson zombies, trying to catch me. Mad slow, but he's chasing.
He tracking too.
And then you be alone with your thoughts and you think about, I've spent time away from my wife and my son putting that together for somebody to take my property before I got a chance to use it for my purposes and used it for their purpose. And I know this guy. And then he caught me. And he put me in $1 million dream. And he said, we got a special set of skills and we're going to use them. They can't play with us like that. When I've been living free of him for 7 years. And I came here tonight and he was here too. But he don't tell me what to teach. Yahweh does.
That's right. That's right.
In the spirit of his son, Yahweh Shai.
That's right. Channeling Christ.
So we got to do this a different way. My intentions were to make sure everybody understands that SOT is approaching John 1:1 a completely different way. And I want to make you brothers aware of my research. And I used my design talents to make it nice for you. I have bottlenecked everything so that it's digestible and it's not boring. And if you are interested in it, you can have it as well. See, you don't tell me what to teach who's the people who study with me. I'm going to teach it to them because those are my disciples. They are free to discontinue from studying with me and go wherever. If you want to heap to yourselves acolytes, you can have them.
Right.
But you don't tell me what to teach over here. We're going to teach what we teach. And that's it. But that doesn't mean that I don't care what my brothers think. See, in my efforts to destroy the worst doctrine of all time, which is the Trinity,
Con.
I learned so much about ecumenical councils and how all the scholars of the day can gather together with opposing views and have a stenographer write down all of their positions and memorialize them for all time's sake, honoring everyone present. Okay? And I said, well, that's what we're gonna do. My brothers, if they agree or disagree their academic findings, I'm gonna catalog it and I'm gonna add it to this document.
History. Making history.
See, because in my whole time, the ethos is because I be with brothers and I don't teach what they teach, but we still brothers.
Right.
So if brothers disagree with me on this, why would we stop being brothers?
Why? For what?
This is my thought process. And brothers said, y'all will all send it to me. And I showed you on the last class, with respect, with respect, with respect, with respect. Yeah, people on Facebook asking me for the document. I'm telling them, this is for brothers who are kind of like camp leaders or members of camps in a leadership position. So I'm not, if you want it, you can go to my Patreon and support the body and you can see it there. There's a lesson on it there, But I'm giving it away to those men because those are the men that I see as the greatest scholars of my day. What happens when we teach how the King James Bible came about? What do we say? 47 of the greatest scholars of the day from Cambridge and Oxford came together and broke into committees and did convergent research and came together with the most illustrious English translation of all time.
Yep. Right.
Why all of them is Edomites.
Right. That's our conversation.
Every one of them for your New Testament. The Second Oxford Company, not to be confused with the Second Oxford Committee. Those people that translated your New Testament, every one of them Trinitarian Edomites, and they memorialized for all time by name.
Right.
Why we can't have that?
We can't do that.
And I'm just bushy tail. I'm like, if brothers disagree, that's fine. But at least they taking me seriously, man. This is my entry into writing books. Right. What that one Trinitarian told me when I was destroying him. He said, what book did you write? And you know what I said? I said, now I'm kicking you around the stage. You don't know nothing about the Bible, and I know more about your Trinity than you do. But I like that challenge. I could write a book. Right. I was inspired. And then my brother, who wasn't in that clubhouse room, he texts me because he got my number because we friends. And he says, yo, can you send me that document? And I said, for sure. You know how the iPhone make that noise? That was a couple weeks ago.
Sources as well.
Not yet. Hold on. That was a couple weeks ago. And brothers began to get back to me. And it was mixed reviews. One brother said, I am not prepared to accept what you are saying here and teach what you are teaching. However, everything that I've read so far, you are 100% correct. That's one. Another review was, I think you're going down a bad road here. I said, is my scholarship off? It's not about that. It's just, I didn't really read it. It's just, I just feel like this is going to lead to something else. I think you're going down a bad road. Okay. Another brother said, I haven't read it yet. I haven't had the time. Another brother said, I read it. I agree with some things and disagree with other things. And I'm cataloging it and writing it down right now. And I'm going to send it to you. And he did that. I'm just showing it to my men here. He did that.
Oh, wow.
I plan fully to credit him. Because he did excellent scholarship. He come to the same conclusion I did, but another way. So all of my positions and points, he feels that he has a different way of coming to that conclusion, different than mine. And I'm going to make sure you know that. Because that brother is a scholar and should be recognized. Because all these other guys are dead. And then my brother called me. Instead of making it the way that I thought to make it, I'm going to just be real. You know what we talked about? Because he's telling everybody he talked to me for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I talked to him for 2 hours.
Yeah.
That got you thinking that for 2 hours, he talked to me like he talked to that computer screen about me. And got you thinking that I'm just mad that he's letting the world know that he feels like that because he talked to me for 2 hours. Listen, he got you thinking that he talked to me like he talked to that computer screen about me and what he thinks of my scholarship and me and my organization for 2 hours. He got you thinking that. But see, the thing is, I think that brother is brilliant in many ways. So when he called me, I took notes. I have the notes of what we talked about. I'm going to share the notes. Those notes belong to me. I can share that. They belong to me. Why would I? Did I use your likeness and face? That don't belong to me. To make a thumbnail, I wouldn't do that. See what I'm talking about? Can't do that,
Right.
Just be chill, man,
Relax.
and listen, man.
Just relax.
You don't have to be on my side, but you're not gonna slander in here. Brothers can always be better. Just wait. Now, check this out. The brother called me and watch this. I said, what's going on? Did you read it? I'm excited, right? Me and him do this a lot. The brother said, I'm going to be honest with you, Ak, this is just bad doctrine. Now, I fully expect that brother to say that. If you don't teach what he teach, you a moron. Okay?
Yeah.
But so I'm not offended.
Right.
He don't like it. It's different than what he do. So as a matter of fact, I'm excited for this phone call because I think this brother is brilliant.
Yeah.
That's how I think of my brothers. I think y'all are the greatest people on the face of the earth. And the brother goes, I say, well, why? Why do you think it's a bad dot? He goes, it just is. I said, well, let's talk about it. Did you finish reading it? Nah, I haven't finished reading yet. I went over some parts of it, but I've been working. I haven't had time to finish it yet. But like, we got to talk about this. I said, yeah, what's up? He goes, first of all, are you saying that Yahweh Shai don't pre-exist at all? And I said, the name of the document is John 1:1 is not teaching a pre-incarnate Christ.
Right.
And I have I explained the whole thing. I have an academic reason for that position. And bro, let me demonstrate it. Well, hold on. First things first. How do you deal with 1 John 1? Because it's teaching the same thing. So I said something to make a point, but he has a point.
Yeah.
Y'all know me, especially if you study with me on Clubhouse. I take questions. I be wanting to ask them.
Right.
I would love to ask them, but
We always on defense.
to keep the peace, I will take 50 questions.
Yeah.
Tell me I don't do that.
That's a fact.
Just-
That's a fact.
just to say,
Can't nobody deny
you're not
that.
running.
No offense. Pure defense.
So we discuss 1 John 1, and I tell him from the epistle of 1 John why I disagree with his viewpoint on what's being said in chapter 1 and how he's approaching that language, and that it is not necessary to exegete it that way. That is a possible exegesis, but it is not necessary to exegete it that way because the writer of the epistle of 1 John has a viewpoint. He says, all right, then. And we deal with that for a few minutes. Mostly he does the talking and I'm listening. I respond when I can because he was in there a lot. So then he goes, well, what about John 17:5? I said, the name of my document is John 1:1 is not teaching a pre-incarnate Christ. No, listen. John 17:5. We got to read this right now, bro, because like this doesn't make any fucking sense. You know how he talks. So I'm still not thinking it's anything negative. So I'm chilling. I'm kind of having fun with it because I had free time. I wasn't in a rush when he called me. It was in the middle of the workday. It was like 1 PM around that time, if I recall correctly. So we deal with John 17:5. I make a point about John 17:5 based on how the chapter ends. And while I was making that point, he jumped in there again. And I said to him, I said, and other brothers will tell you in other conversations that I've had about this with them, that I've said these words and they know I'm not making this up. I said, yo, listen, if you're going to ask me questions, you got to give me the opportunity to answer. You're trying to run me over. Don't ask me a question. And then when I go about answering it, you back talking again. Come on, bro. Listen to what I'm saying to you. His words were, nah, you're right. My fault. No disrespect. Slakia, go ahead. Yo, hold on. We're going to get to something in a minute. That's the only time I got hype because I just wanted to answer. Yeah, and it wasn't deep to me. It was just like, bro, I'm not one of these niggas on the street, bro. Like, you're not talking to a Christian. You can't run me over. You're going to listen to what I'm saying. You're going to deal with my points, right? Right. Because I'm enjoying this, actually. Mm-hmm. I explained my disagreement with how he's approaching John 17:5 based on how the chapter ends. He goes, well, hold on. What about Genesis 1:26? I got notes right here of what we talked about, because the whole time my intention is, even if he disagrees with me, I'm going to log his disagreements and represent his viewpoint correctly, because he doesn't have to believe me. Right. And his scholarship has led him to this conclusion. And he's brilliant in his own right. That's what I think of him. Right. That's my intention the whole time. We go to John 1:26. I start talking about, there you go.
All praises Most High.
Okay. See?
All praises.
We don't encourage any negativity towards brothers, man. Like, that's what was happening in that chat over there. That shit was crazy. I was like, we're going to deal with that in a second. So we at John 1:26, we talking about the and all of this is covered in the document. And I said something. I said, you wouldn't really be asking me that if you would just read the document. Yeah. Do me the honor, bro, of taking me seriously and finishing the document, right? Read it and get back to me. Now, I took your questions. Can I ask you a question? He said yes. And I went to John 1:1, which is what the document is about. And I explained to him how there's an imminent problem with the way us as Hebrew Israelites rationalize that verse, and how that our exegesis of that verse is not true to the sentiment of the Greek language, and that we don't really have an academic foundation for explaining that verse the way that we do. Right. And that has a consequence. And the brother, listen to me. The brother told me, remember, we talked for 2 hours. Yeah. The brother told me, F the Greek, that's a highly philosophical language. We know that the book of John was written in Hebrew anyway. He said that to me. Now listen. I've studied that. I'm going to show you this. Yo, relax, man. Because anywhere niggas can take it, they will try. Yeah. I know where you coming from, but niggas not even listening to me right now. Do you understand that? Okay.
I understand that.
There is an idea in gospel textual criticism that the synoptic gospels come from a predecessor called Q. This particular slide does not represent every scholar's position, but I believe Mark has priority. I've been teaching y'all that. Other brothers say no, Mark is the worst gospel. That's because they scholars in their own right.
Yeah.
If you ask me, Yahweh, why you say Mark has priority, I will explain why. From a place of academics, not I feel. And listen to me, stupid idiot. I'm right because I don't come. That's not how I deal. And I'm not saying that to say that that's how everybody deal. I'm just saying that. Listen to the words, the Ramada. Listen to the actual words.
They saying the banner's blocking the rest of the.
I turn that off.
Slide.
No.
Go
It's under media assets. I got to show you how to work that and then hide.
Okay, there we go.
See, because the synoptic gospels are Matthew, Mark, Luke, and Matthew, Mark, and Luke. John is not one of the synoptic gospels.
Right.
Okay, it's considered independent of these three. I said, I can learn. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. I said, I can learn, but I'm gonna be real with you. I never heard of a Hebrew John.
I've never seen that.
I've never studied that. I've never heard any theologian say that, and I've never heard any scholar mention that in the history of textual criticism. Now, I'm not saying it don't exist, but the only Hebrew gospel record I know of would be the document Q, which no one knows if it exists. It's theorized.
It's a theory.
And Hebrew, and Matthew, which Jerome, I believe Irenaeus, and one of the early popes said in their statements that there was a Hebrew version of Matthew. I said that to my brother.
John is a new.
Hold on. The brother said, well, that's neither here nor there. Forget all of that. You know what? Let's agree to disagree. Listen to me, Israel. Real talk. Bro is gonna, because I got brothers over there. Brother's gonna ask him, yo, is that what y'all really talked about? He gotta look them in the eye and say, I'm lying. He gotta look them in the eye and say, yo, y'all 2-hour conversation. You ain't tell Yahweh all you think the spirit is leaving him. You ain't tell Yahweh all that he's an idiot that doesn't know how to use his own sources and is passing off the words of a white woman to determine his doctrine and letting a heathen determine his theology. You ain't say that to him. You ain't tell Yahweh all that you thought he was passing off the words of the scholars as the verbatim words of Philo himself. You ain't say that to Joel. The brother's gonna have to say no, or he gonna have to lie because he didn't have the sources yet. Not at that time.
Exactly.
All he had was the document because that's what he asked me for.
He showed the dates on his.
Just stay innocent. Let me be the bad guy. Now, the brother said, let's agree to disagree. Now, after talking about 1 John, John 17:5, Genesis 1, I think he went to John 6, but I didn't write that part down. I believe he went to John 6. And then allowing me to ask him and explain my position on John 1 briefly concerning the Hebrew, and then that turning into the idea that there's a Hebrew John, and then me challenging that. Man, we talked for 2 hours. Yo, we had 1 hour and 30 minutes right there. And that's all we talked about. And then the brother told me some amazing good news, which I'm not going to share with you because it's none of your business. That's his business. I'm not going to tell you that. And I shared some good news with him. That's none of your business. And we talked about that for 30 minutes. And then the brother said, yo, I'm going to finish the document and I'm going to get at you. The words was, yo, I'm going to finish this and I'm going to get at you. I said, cool. All right, hit me up. Love you, bro. Love you too, Ak. And congratulations once again. And then click. And then either he texted it to me. If he texted it to me, I will have it. Hold on 1 second. If he texted it to me, I'll have it.
Can you check my battery?
He didn't text it to me. He asked me. He asked me at the end of the call. He asked me. He said, yo, let me get them sources too, by the way. I said, cool. That's why they come in 2 separate emails. He showed you that. They didn't come in one email like when I sent them to Corey. They came in 2 separate emails. There was the document, and then some time passes, and then you get the sources. That's how it went down. Now, the problem is this. You got them thinking that you talked to me for 2 hours about how the Spirit has left me, how this is a damnable doctrine. The words you used when we spoke on the phone is, this is borderline blasphemy. I said, well, how? All right, well, just let's talk about some scriptures. You never explained the borderline blasphemy, because my challenge to that question was, how is it blasphemy to teach what the Bible says verbatim? That was my challenge. You didn't take that question. You didn't acknowledge, you didn't dignify that question. You just said, let's talk about 1 John 1. How do you deal with it? You talked to me for 2 hours how it's a damnable heresy, and the brothers of SOT have lost the spirit, and I'm a charlatan who's doing this for money. You said that to me? You talk to me like that? The way you talk to that camera, you talk to me like that? Don't try to do it now. Don't try to say, I will talk. Hey, I asked something. You talked to me like that when we spoke? You said, yo, I think you're doing this for money? Knowing the whole time I got it on my Patreon, but I gave it to you for free. You knew that? You led the people to believe you talked to me for 2 hours like what you was doing on that video. I should expect it because you told me that.
Right.
Bro, we talked about it. I'm going to do it again. 1 John 1, John 17:5, John 6. I believe we talked about John 6, but I might be blending you with another conversation. Genesis 1:26.
John 17.
I said John 17:5. And then we talked about the Hebrew John possibility. And then after that, yo, let's agree to disagree. You said that. In SOT, do we say, let's agree to disagree?
No.
We don't say that.
We don't say that.
He said that. So that's how you know I didn't say that. He said that. You know what I said, though? Because I'm me. I said, yo, just do me the honor of taking me seriously and finishing the document.
Anyone else would want to accept that?
Because that's my man. Yo, do me the honor of taking me seriously and finishing the document, and getting back to me is what you promised. You said, yo, I'm going to finish it. I'm busy right now. I'm working. But, yo, I'm going to set apart some time. I'm going to read the thing thoroughly, and I'm going to come back to you and let you know what I think.
Adawan's a box. Shalom, Adawan.
Shalom, priest of God. Come here, Shalom. Where's he at?
The higher.
In there somewhere.
He's right above Candace G.
There you go. There you go.
Ah, Khan. Shalom, Adawan. Come here, Shalom. Hello, y'all.
Yeah.
So my mind is like, yo, Ariela's going to check it out. He might disagree, but it's going to be great because he's going to come with some scholarship, and I want to see what he's coming with anyway. I'm all positive.
Yeah.
The brother said, yo, make sure you send me them sources. I sent them the sources. And then it's like, I just chilled back. Well, Friday came, and my captains posted in our captain's chat. They said, Adawan, what's this? So I go to see SOT's new doctrine on the pre-existence of Christ. And it got my document, my face, and he's like looking, and I was like, it's no way. Because the whole time I'm like, Ariela's gonna study it. He's gonna get back to me.
Get back to me.
course.
That, like everybody else. Because I say the same thing like a record. Listen, this is my scholarship. What I would like you to do is peer review it. And if you disagree with me from an academic place, can you present me your reasonings and findings so that I can take them seriously like you taking me seriously? And if I say the same thing. And if I understand it and see that, not only will I edit my document, I will credit you.
Yeah, put you in there.
How many times I said that? Because you've been on the clubhouses with me.
That's recorded.
That's recorded. I say that like a broken record. So of course I said it to him.
We said that in every
Of course he know that.
Of course.
every room.
Maybe I didn't harp on it enough. But he knew to ask me for the document means that somebody from the clubhouse let him know about it. So they got to let him know that sentiment. But that's me taking stuff for granted. But when the brother tell you, I'm going to take a look at it. No, when I ask the brother, yo, just do me the solid. Yo, take me seriously. Review my document and get back to me with your findings, bro. Let me see, you know what I'm saying? If you disagree, explain to me how. Let me look at your research. I'm going to set apart the time to look at this document, and I'm going to get at you. I didn't know that meant that you're going to go to the internet with it.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I'm going to prove that. So I was like, yo, they showed me the picture. I'm like, ain't no way. And my first thoughts weren't evil. My first thoughts were not evil. My first thoughts were like, nah, Ariella, don't do that, bro. That information is proprietary for people that study with me. It took me months to put that information together. Don't get a ticket to receive my movie early and then bootleg it and review it on your website.
Come on.
That's how I'm looking at it, right?
Exactly.
And all I'm thinking is, I just gotta hit him up and let him know.
Yeah, of course.
Right. Come on now. What we doing?
All I'm thinking is, I just gotta hit him up and let him know.
Right.
That should do it.
That'll suffice. Right, that'll suffice. All right.
So Israel, what do? I'm direct. Y'all know my motto. I just go directly to you. I'm direct.
Mm-hmm.
The above is what I explained on the last class where I thought somebody was disrespecting him.
Right.
Yeah.
And I defended him even though he wasn't around, only to find out that it was his rib.
Yeah.
And the brother told me it's all good, no offense taken. What I'ma think? We cool.
Right.
And it wasn't good enough for me because my friendships matter. It was an earnest mistake in good faith. I really thought niggas was trying to disrespect you. The whole time it was your rib. I understand. I'm thinking we cool. But on Friday, when I seen that picture, I texted you, and I let you know the deal directly, because I'm not going to call you because I'm working. I say, yo, I would prefer if you didn't show my document in your personal lesson. Did I call him a stupid nigga?
No.
Did I call him a dumbass?
No.
Did I say you doing this to try to get clicks and likes? You doing some clout chasing shit, bro. Don't play with me.
No.
Why would I talk to him like that?
Brother.
I said, I would prefer if you don't show my document in your personal lesson.
Right.
That was made for my peers to peer review. But if you use it for your content, I would appreciate if you wouldn't use my content.
So,
I didn't expect you to do that. I'm actually surprised. Give me a call when you see this out.
Respectful. That's respect.
Ariella never texted me again. I never spoke to Ariella again. That was Friday. Ariella told you on his live, I talked to him for 2 hours. Now it's, oh, it was private. It was private. I talked to him for 2 hours. You talked to me for 2 hours about everything but the document. You hadn't even finished the document. You haven't even seen my sources. Everything you said on that live, you gotta look. It's niggas with you that's real. It's brothers with you that's real men. You gotta look at them and they're gonna ask you, Ariella, you told Yahweh all that he's an idiot that doesn't know how to use sources, and he's passing off the words of some white bee as Philo's words? You said that to Joel? You can't tell them yes, bro. You can't do that, bro. See, brothers that do this, I'm going to violate you, but I'm going to say I love you while I'm doing it.
Yeah, I don't understand. I never understood.
So that makes it okay.
Yeah, never understood that. All the time. That don't work.
I'm going to disrespect you, act like I'm not, but while I'm doing it, I'm going to say open rebuke is better than secret love.
I love you, though.
Yo, what? What? I was really thrown by this.
What we doing?
I ain't lying, yo. I was really thrown. You let them people believe? Hold on. I got a clip that I gotta play. I gotta play this clip because I gotta play this clip because I gotta play this clip because you said it.
You said it.
You ain't say it to me.
On your life.
You didn't say none of this. Yo, it's brothers with you that's gonna ask you, yo, you told Yahweh all that you think he's doing this for money? You told him that? And you gotta look that dude in his face and say, well, no, I didn't say that to him, or you gotta lie. I would have liked to have known that my brother, beloved brother, felt like that about me.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's what I would tell my brother if I, because the law requires that. Of course. To correct you if I believe that you're going on.
Brotherly love requires that.
Yeah, of course.
No, the last time we talked, he said, I'm going to finish the document. Oh, and send me the sources. That's why they come at 2 different dates. Because you asked me.
Right.
I don't have a problem sending you the source. Yo, bro, you might find something that I missed. And that is a great use to me because none of this was about clout and proving that I know every damn thing. I did a sincere study and came to a conclusion. And then I asked the greatest scholars of my day what they think. And that's what hold on. Watch this.
Really monumental.
Yeah.
Watch this.
It's history, man.
And I'm only showing this because you said it.
You said it.
God damn.
Damn.
That's what you think of us?
When did you say that to?
Oh, shit.
You waited till live to say that?
Bro, you said that to me?
I would have liked to.
Bro, we talked for 2 hours. You keep saying that. My wife know not to say nothing. And I don't care if she's on my team and got my back. She better keep that mouth shut. Yo, you got everybody saying, oh, he talked to him for 2 hours. I don't know why he's upset now. Like, bro, what, bro? For 2 hours, did we talk about anything you said on that? Anything you said on that live in that 2 hours, bro? What's up?
There was no sound when you played the video. People in the chat, they couldn't hear it on YouTube.
How do you do it? How would you make it where they can hear the audio? I can drop it here and play it there.
Yeah, that'll probably work.
I'll do it like that. I'm not in a rush. Thank you for telling me, Ak.
You might want to plug up your phone out of one, just in case if it's gonna die.
It's all right.
Go ahead, can you check my phone battery one time?
Give me 1 second, Israel. It's processing so that you can hear it.
It's not like it's a secret.
Check this out.
When you put out a really crappy, and I'm just being honest and being frank, this is a really bad recipe. This is the worst recipe I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
I also went and paid for it even after it was given to me for free, because guess what? Clearly, it's about the money.
That shit hurt every time.
Yeah.
Yo, yo.
That's what Jada Smoke was saying.
You know what I mean?
Yo, bro, come. You said that to me. We talk. You telling everybody we talked for 2 hours. You said that to me in them 2 hours.
No chance.
You're gonna have it's brothers with you that's solid guys. They're gonna ask you. You told y'all all that you think he's doing this for the money, and you gotta either say no or lie. So what is the point of saying you talked to me for 2 hours? To make it seem like I'm acting shocked for no reason.
Right. I knew this.
I told him this already.
Right. You knew this rebuke. You knew this rebuke was coming.
Yeah. Yo, what? You said that. My dude, what are you doing, bro? You my mans, bro. Bro, you my man. When you not around, I don't let people play with your name. But you did that. We gotta hit the button.
Nasty. What the fuck type of nigga is you? Nigga, what the?
Yo, what? Hey, yo, come on, man. I was gonna do this a whole different way. But that's the sentiment. That's how I feel. Like, yo, what?
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. You talked to me for 2 hours, yo.
Damn.
What part of the 2 hours did you say that to me? You never said nothing like that to me.
You would know you took notes.
I took no. If I thought you felt like that, that would have been. We'd have stopped the whole thing, and we got to talk about that.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be perceived that way. Why do you perceive it that way?
That would have been.
Let's fix that. I don't want it to come off like that. The nation will take offense to that. They feel like I just made up a doctrine to make them buy. Why would you? Hey, I work on this for 7 months. It's 70 pages.
I think the conversation would have been longer than 2 hours.
That should be coming to me.
Yo, hold on.
When you put out a really crappy, and I'm just being honest and being frank, this is a really bad recipe. This is the worst recipe I've ever seen in my life. I also went and paid for it even after it was given to me for free, because guess what? Clearly, it's about the money.
Damn. Yo, and what's crazy is this. I'm the last person trying to reach out. And all I'm saying is, yo, just don't use my likeness, bro. And so,
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I went harder to get his attention, bro. Because that wasn't enough. I was like, damn, you're not going to respond to my text? You know what I'm saying? This before Saturday, before he did the video and everything. So I'm like, he could be working, though. But I go on IG. I'm always on IG. And then I see a recent post. And I'm like, nah, you on IG, you active right now. I got to hit you. So I said this. Well, let me get that out the way. I said, me and him text every day. I think he said that in the video.
Yeah.
Me and him text every day. And then there was some idea of, but all of a sudden the text stopped. What you talking about? I kept trying to text. Friday at 5 in the hour. I waited 2 hours. I said, yo, you see my text, Ox? Brother sent me a screenshot and I ain't believe it. It's not public information yet. Meaning don't take my document that's on my Patreon for people who support my body
Behind a paywall.
and bootleg it. That information was sent to you upon request. You asked for it.
Right.
And with respect, you need to hit me up. He read it and ain't say nothing to me. And then that night, I'm still like, okay. Now the old man done climbed all the way out the dirt. They trying to play with you. And he didn't make it singular. He came to sow discord amongst brethren when he came out that grave. He said, they trying to play with you. Everybody that been telling you they not really your friends. You better watch them brothers. And you like, yo, stop talking to me like that. I treat people how they treat me. Them brothers show me mad love. They treat me like a god in the earth when I hang with them. And you not gonna poison the well. And I said that, and they don't know I've been saying that. Because a lot of niggas come to me talking about brothers like that. That specific camp. And I don't go for that.
Never did. Never did.
You show me love, I never forget it. I'll tell you a story. Guerrilla Hebrew 7 years ago, when I first started teaching out at 5 Points, my first time going out there with brothers, shower part tell you, a dude came with a razor. And I'm still rough around the edges. I don't know how to diffuse situations. I want to scrap. I want a war out there.
Yeah.
You know, I want to take all of my personal anger out on these idiots, which is the worst mistake and misrepresenting the truth completely, right? But brothers gave me grace. And Guerrilla Hebrew seen that video. And he texted me on Saturday morning the next week before camp. Because we messaged back and forth on, I didn't have his phone number. We were on Facebook Messenger. Because he would take my questions. I would ask him questions. And I always give credit to Guerrilla Hebrews. One of the first brothers I watched. Right?
Absolutely.
And he messaged me. He said, yo, Joel. This before people was really calling me y'all were all like that. He said, yo, Joel, I seen that video. I talked to Priest Sabbth. I'm going to send you some help. And do you know he sent Dabak and Rakab to stand with me? Two big 6-foot guys. And I'm in the middle. Dabak at my right hand and Rakab at my left. And camp was like that for a year. Those brothers held me down. And I've been loyal to Guerrilla Hebrew ever since for doing that courtesy for me.
Of course.
He didn't have to do that. But the old man, when this started happening, the old man came out the dirt. They trying to play with you. How he not going to respond to you? Oh, they going to try to step on you. Right? And then you get the negativity wells up inside, man. And you know, I messaged the brother in 2 places. He never spoke to me again. I have never spoke to him again. The next time he said words towards me was on Saturday night, and brothers told me that he came in the chat.
Yeah.
But he never reached out to me again. But he telling everybody, I talked to him for 2 hours. Yo, brothers gonna ask you, you told y'all were all in them 2 hours that he's an idiot that don't know how to use sources, and he thinks the people are so stupid that he can info dump them and pass off the words of some white woman as Philo's words for a money grab? You said that to me?
Good God.
Golly.
Yo, God, it gets crazier the more you think about it.
Yo, Israel, check this out, man.
Damn.
If I talk about how much work I put in to confirm my sources and what they're saying, and the different books I bought, and the websites I paid to subscribe to have access to the information to make sure that the conclusion I was coming to was sound. That was very expensive and painstaking. And I gave those sources away. I didn't hold them for ransom so I could be the guy.
Yeah.
You ask me for them, I give them. And you showed everybody live that you don't know how to use them sources. Now, the accusation is Joel is so clever. He knows his audience don't know how to use the sources. And he's going to pass the words of a white woman off as the words of Philo. And he's letting the heathen determine his doctrine when we are the vanguards of this word, when we the custodians of this doctrine. First of all, who learned you that? Let me show this real quick, bro. Just on some real, I'm a real dude. I say this to you, but you don't talk to me. Yo, check this out. You up there yelling at the camera, dog. Yo, we the custodians of this doctrine. We're the greatest people on the face of this earth. What are you letting that heathen tell you anything? I'm like, what? Yo. Check me out, yo. This me talking to my dude, bro. This me talking to my friend, bro. We look how we reason together. Would you say that's a fair conclusion? I would. He mocked me. Oh, because he's eloquent. I'm like, damn, this dude really trying to play me, bro. Like, that's my friend, bro. Like, why you going at my neck like that? What did I do? Yo, I did a lesson last night. This me. I did a lesson last night, and I mentioned you. The same way I always talk to him. Check it out when you have time. I addressed Israel as a whole. We have to be the custodians of this scholarship. Yo, bro, you're not teaching me that. I said that to you. That's from last year. I'm getting mad. Listen, that's from last year. You sacrificed me, bro. Yo, bro, never in a million years, ever would I have thought. I only assign good intentions to you, dude. To any brother that's my friend, man. People make mistakes, but that was crazy. First of all, let's look at something real quick. I talked to you for 2 hours, so I don't know. Yeah, he talked. Look at the phone. You keep posting. Yo, bro, I didn't say nothing all week.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I was cool off that.
Yeah.
But you keep saying a little jab, little shot. You keep showing my picture in your call log, and I'm not like I'm disputing you. Like I'm saying something. Right. I'm still waiting for you to hit me. And in the lesson I did that Friday, I said, if you call me right now, I'll get off this live and talk to you right now, bro.
You said these brothers could teach. I would get off and we could talk.
Yo, check out son, bro.
Comment. Oh, a great teaching. Wow, this is definitely going to be a shift within Israel. Great teaching and great understanding. Oh, a great teaching and great understanding that's based off of the understanding of the heathen? Okay. It makes a lot of sense when you know the definition of logos. Okay, cool, bro. You are a true scholar. Better analysis than my graduate school professors for my mentor of my PhD program could have presented. Okay. Beautiful. Easy to follow the water, elder. This is a bunch of sheep getting ready to be led astray with this damnable doctrine.
Damn!
This is a damnable doctrine.
Yo, hold up. You said that to me? You told me that I'm leading the sheep astray with a damnable doctrine. You said that to me?
Damnable doctrine.
You insulted all the people that study with me, bro. I don't teach what you teach. You brothers teach that you can't have dreads, the Sabbath is lunar, Jesus Christ is Solomon. I'm not exactly sure. Brothers might say also Adam and Isaac. Women could wear pants. Dreads is a sin, etc. Bro, I don't teach none of that. But we like that. We at camp together recently. I don't teach none of that. But this caused you to go to the internet and say I'm leading the sheep astray with this damnable doctrine. What happened, bro? Hey, yo, what is you on?
You nasty. What the fuck type of nigga is you? Nigga, what the
Yo, what?
What's going on?
Come on, dog.
Like we in the twilight.
My dude, bro, what? Yo, it's crazy.
Brother,
I was gonna go a whole nother way, but this is the right way. Howard knows that we having fun and it's just we not mad. There's no hatred and there's no revenge. It's just real. It's just real, bro. What is you on?
This is real. Honestly,
You insulting them because they appreciate my scholarship that you didn't even take seriously? Hold on, bro. We gotta go over something real quick.
In the image of God. However, the Logos makes men become sons in the true sense of the word if they follow the life of reason, repent, and strive for salvation. So that's a point that they made, right? Let's see here. And she's coming to this conclusion, guys, based off of 3 different sources, some of which are very hard to find. But again, when we go back to this presentation, the brothers of SOT said nothing we just read from Philo discusses the word logos as being or entity. But you used the quotes of a white woman who's a faculty member at a school, a seminary. We jokingly call it a cemetery school. Okay? It's like this is another document. We're gonna go off of her words. Okay, bro. That's how you guys wanna carry it. Cool. That makes sense. Let's move on.
Where are we moving on?
Hey, yo, you told people you talked to me for 2 hours. If in that 2 hours you told me you thought that's why I quoted that like that, I would have corrected you immediately. The first thing you said was those sources are hard to find. What are you talking about, bro?
If we would have had a conversation, you would have known how to find the sources.
Exactly.
Just one thing at a time. Let's do this, man.
Sources were not hard to find.
Study was done.
Let's do this, man. Israel, this is the boring part. I'm going to teach you how to do research bibliography. I'm going to explain to you how that's done and the technique I use to confirm my sources to make sure that those are the sentiments of Philo. It's going to take 15 minutes if you can stomach it.
It's fun though.
I enjoy it.
It's very fun, honestly. If you enjoy being a scholar of your religion.
Okay.
Not a fan.
Let's just enjoy for a moment the type of work that went into this because it's being passed off as bogus. But let's talk about this for a minute. This is the quotation that Ariala is speaking of, which I was polite to highlight in orange. And I read this paper. It's a lot of data here.
It's a lot.
But before I could read this paper, the first thing I had to do was find this paper. As far as my education reveals, Philo wrote 45 volumes of books. Each volume sometimes having multiple books a part of it. They're in Latin and they're in Greek. The English is not 100% reliable. You need to check for yourself to make sure that they carry Philo's sentiment. This took me 7 months. So this was a part of that 7 months.
Don't you speak Latin?
I started taking Latin in the 2nd grade.
Wait, so would it have been good for the people if we would have taken the Latin? So just because we know how to read the Latin, we take the Latin and post the Latin into the file for them to go study. I mean, come on. Would it have made sense to do that?
Some people could have digested that, but that's not it doesn't edify.
It's not practical, right? It's not practical.
Some people might have been able to follow it, but it just doesn't really edify. So if you look at the document, the woman makes a statement that I highlight because this is not determining my doctrine of John 1 and 1. This is from the chapter, how did ancient Greeks use the word logos?
Right. And not just any Greek. Right.
Now, the first time you're going to see the word logos appear in literary form, discussed as a concept or an attribute of God, any God, is a man named Heraclitus. How do I know that? I studied it. But Heraclitus does not believe in the God of the scriptures and etc. So his opinion is irrelevant for what we talking about.
Right.
I made a section on the Greek definition and how early worshipers of the Most High God, theologians approach the idea of the logos.
Yes.
Because some of them personify it.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the examples I gave from people who are involved in scripture, they see it as divine reason. That's a starting point. So what I had to begin to study was each of those people. I only did 3, but I had to study each of those people's vantage point and viewpoint. I don't want to give away the whole thing. You're supposed to go to the Patreon if you want to know all this. I got a whole lesson that accompany it.
Mm-hmm. A whole, right.
It's not like I just put the document.
Right.
I'm teaching it on video. But look,
On video.
that's neither here nor there. So this woman, Maria Tartarovska, she wrote an excellent paper with a bibliography I could follow, making some poignant statements that I was able to source. Mm-hmm. And in this statement, she is discussing what it means to become a true son of God, according to Philo,
Right.
based on the extant work of his idea concerning what it means to be holy,
Right.
and how that equates to what the logos is and how it is used.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the things in the document, I highlighted this because the logos makes you a true son of God if you follow a life of reason, repent, and strive for salvation. Honestly, I couldn't have said that better myself.
Right.
But my job is to go and find out why she said that.
Right.
Did Philo have that sentiment? The brother told you she's getting this from 3 different sources, and some of them are hard to find. No, they not. They at the end of this document. She put them in alphabetical order. We talked for 2 hours.
You would have asked. How this not come up in 2 hours?
We talked for 2 hours. I would have told you. I would have told you.
You didn't know how to source this.
Hold on. I would have told you that. Let's do one. Let's do one.
Yeah. Let's do one.
Let's do one.
I'm gonna show you how to properly use the sources.
Just relax. Everything you say can and will be. Relax. Let me do this. You brothers are innocent. Now look. Let's do the first one. Spec leg. Now, I know what that is in Latin because I studied it and read it. That's special legitablus. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it's Latin for special laws. Book 4, chapter 36, verse 188. I got that. Yo, hold on one second, bro. Hold on, yo. In that section, Philo is discussing what it truly means to be a son of God.
Mm-hmm.
He starts it up above. He leads into it to make this point. And yo, it's already taken long. I summarized it with a quote that carries the sentiment, but the brother is presenting it to you like Philo don't feel like that.
Right.
Some white women do. Listen to me.
Some lunch lady.
These are
She a faculty.
yo, what? He's like, yo, some faculty member at a seminary school, bro. I can mock you, bro. You mocked me. I can mock you. Don't cry. You mocked me. Look, check it out. This section, if I give you a footnote, because to read it all is very verbose. This section, he's talking about what it means to be a good ruler. To do that, you must imitate him. Him is the divine reason of God. Him is the logos. If you want to attain to any similitude of God, which you cannot perceive or understand according to Philo, you must emulate his logos, which he sent to you.
Right.
Okay? And to be a good ruler and to guide the people properly, you must move outside of your external senses and bury the mortal body. And the kind of judge you have to be is one that governs properly. And you have to be genuine, sincere worshiper of God that has care and diligence rendered acute in your intellect. You got to be aware of making slight errors. You can't exceed the excellence of the monarch that you serve, which is the Most High God. So why should you be lackluster in your search for the truth when being a judge? Okay? Because the real genuine priest is also a prophet, having attained the honor of being allowed to see the only true and living God, not by reason of his birth, but by reason of his virtue. And it goes on to say that those things are invisible to your outward sense, but they're intelligible or receivable to your intellect. Now I gotta take this entire quotation and summarize it as if I knew to go here.
Right.
No. That's not true scholarship. I don't care if the woman is an Edomite. I don't give a damn. When you guys are going to use the Strongs, ain't no Israelite make that.
Come on.
When you use the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, ain't no Edomite, ain't no Israelite write one line of that.
Right. Talking about.
But what I'm trying to say to you is, the woman said Philo's sentiment, that's one part, it's three. The woman said Philo's sentiment because to be a true son of God, to be an accurate judge, to be a genuine ruler, you must follow a life of reason. Did we just read that?
Yes, we did.
Now, do I gotta take that whole quotation and put it in my document? Now it's 180 pages. And then I gotta interpret it like I knew that Philo said that in Special Legibus. If I'm not saying that right, you can fix it later. Special Laws, book 4, not book 1, 2, 3, book 4. I didn't even know that.
Wait, Adawan, wouldn't that be called info dumping?
Yo, that's crazy. But she summarized that point very concisely, and I am required to credit her, which I did.
Right.
But I made the mistake of saying that which we just read from Philo, because I read it from Philo. Sorry. But he told the people that Philo ain't saying none of that.
Right.
This some white woman. Hold on, let's do another one.
And
we can't prove.
We just read that.
We can't prove that Philo actually said it. Is how he's trying to portray.
And guys, these sources are hard to find. No, they not.
And there are 3 different sources.
No, they not. Philo is all of these. So you might have struggled here with her, because her is Latin. That's an abbreviation. He who is what is it? Yokarian, he who is heir to divine things. Yeah. Okay. Yo, I got that.
You know where to find it.
I got it.
You better give him the source. Or you gonna screenshot it?
Yo, I'm just certifying my work because he kind of stepped on my work. So let me big it up.
All right.
He ain't put the time in for this. I did.
They don't even really deserve the source.
Really, they supposed to find it themselves, because I gave you the source.
And it's there. It shows and show you how to use it. It's there. That means you didn't do the study.
So this is Philo on one who is heir of divine things. Like, how can you inherit that which is godly is really what the section is about. And that which is godly is belonging to God concerning his purpose and his word. Now, you can't inherit divine things unless you're fond of learning. That's the beginning statement. If you read that, that's the point he's trying to make. Okay, let me get the banner off the screen. This is mad boring, and you know you didn't want to do this, but I did it just to make sure I represent Philo correctly and how he uses the logos in his teachings from antiquity. That's all. I'm not saying he's teaching me John 1 and 1.
Right.
I'm saying there are Greeks that use the word logos and understand the concept of logos, but they don't personify it.
Right.
So it's not novel what I'm saying. It has happened before. That's all that section is for. Because when we get into the doctrine, you ain't cover it.
We're telling you that the concept of logos predates John.
Listen to this, man. Perhaps then it is of some sort. I'm going to read it with you because it's very verbose. Perhaps then it is something of this sort. Those who are desirous of a life that is dependent on blood, meaning the flesh, and you claim interest in the objects of the outward sense, can you truly become an inheritor of incorporeal or divine things? One who is wrapped up in the flesh, one whose life is about pleasing the flesh, how can he truly become a son of God if his desires is to please his flesh? That's what this section is about. Look what it goes on to say. It says, for of such only who is inspired from above is thought worthy, having received a portion of heavenly and divine inheritance, being in fact the most pure mind, disregarding the body, but also the fragments of the soul, which are devoid of reason, because he's wrapped up in the appetites of the flesh. I summarized it. Accordingly, he pushes to inquire in this manner, you have not given me a seed which is incapable of becoming its own instructor. That seed was the logos. She said that above the highlighted section that I highlighted.
She started at page 1.
Namely, the seed which is able to be comprehended by the intellect.
Wow.
There you go again.
The reason, striving.
Reason.
Yo, bro. Philo, I'm telling you, Philo's position on the logos is its divine reason. He calls it the priest. He calls it the true, genuine governor. He even calls it the second God. Yo, when he called it the second God, I had to buy a whole nother book to find a scholar who was versed in why Philo calls it the second God and where he calls it the second God. And what's crazy is she credited him and tells me where to find that. And then when you go to his book and go to that page, you know what he does? He tells you where Philo said that.
Look at that diligent inquisition.
I'm doing what the woman did.
Right.
She can't front like she knew that Philo discussed the logos in that manner. She has to credit where she learned that from, just like I got to credit where I knew that Philo discussed the logos and how it can make a man the true son of God if he follows a life of reason and he repents and strives for salvation. But I only gave you 2 places from Philo where she got that from.
In academia, that's called sourcing.
But there's one more. Hold on, I'm gonna do it. There's one more. They said I didn't share my screen with
having fun
with that part. So what I was showing you is the woman, when she quotes something that Philo said, but it's not something that she found herself, but had to study another scholar who led her to it, even she credits him. And then I was just showing the screen that I got that. I had to buy that. It's about money, though. I had to buy this, and I had to check if she was lying, or if he was lying. Yo, chill, y'all bugging. And then she gives you one more for the reason she came to that conclusion on the point that we're dealing with. This one is called Deus, right? That's an abbreviation. It's Deus sit immutabilis, meaning the immutability of God or the unchangeableness of God. I got that. Hold on. I got that. I know where to find that. So which one of these sources was hard to find, bro?
Or did you not know how to find it?
What are you talking about?
Because of your 2-hour conversation.
But we talked for 2 hours. If in that 2 hours, well, you didn't have the sources yet. But if you would have got back to me like you said you would, I'd have just said, oh no, this is where old lady is getting that from. You know, Philo do really feel like that. And there's much more. Since then, I've compiled even more sources. You know, this might not even be the ultimate. You know, I got more, and I would have gave it to him. Yo, check this one out. Check this one out. You know, Israel don't like, you know, see how many people left? Like 30 people left. That's the point. They don't want to do this. They want to fight. They want to talk about people like trash. But I did that scholarship for you, and brothers stepped on it, man, and played me while stepping on it when you ain't do that scholarship and you ain't even try. But you damn sure attack me personally. This is that section. For as long as the divine word has not come into your soul, like a hearth of hospitality, a hearth is a bouquet that you set on fire and you hold. It's like a torch. The divine word is supposed to come into you.
The logos comes into you.
Say what?
This had to be bought.
Well, I did have to pick. This website is, you know, just chill, bro. Anything you let me do this and let brothers already came at me, right? Then leave it that way. Look, all of its actions are blameless. He's talking about the logos.
Divine word.
He's talking about the divine word as if it has actions. But Philo does not believe it's a person. Because Greeks discuss the logos all the time and make a similitude of it and call it all types of things and compare it to, and anthropomorphize it all the time.
Why? Because the word and concept is older than John 1 and 1.
Yeah, but that's what I taught from Levi Leonard Payne. He explained to you that the logos predates the apostles. It's not like they invented the usage of that. You scoffed me for finding a source that proved that. And the only reason I got that source is because I was trying to crush and destroy the Trinity, and I got that book.
Trinity is evil.
Look at this one is particularly good because it brings it all home. It says all its actions are blameless. For the overseer or the father or the teacher or whatever else it may be fit to entitle the priest. The priest is the divine word. He's calling it the priest because that's what teaches you God's logos. You can't, the Most High God has never, according to Philo, the Most High God has never communed with you. You have only seen a shadow of him, and that shadow is his word. He's not discussing it like a real being, and that was all. I wasn't saying that Philo, because Philo believes some crazy stuff. I wasn't saying that Philo is dictating my doctrine of John 1 and 1. As a matter of fact, any reasonable man will look at my document and go, John 1 and 1 comes later.
Yeah,
it's not. This chapter is about how the Greeks, how theologian Greeks use this word, showing you that it's not novel to discuss to personify the logos, but not really mean a person. That's it.
And Trinitarians understand that too, because they're afraid to have that conversation.
No, they won't talk to me. They won't talk to me about this.
You know why?
Because I'll crush them.
Because they know what logos means in John 1 and 1.
Of course.
But they'll take you to John 1 because they know that you don't know what God means in that verse.
Hold on. Check this out. When the real priest convictions enters your heart. Remember, before the divine word has to come into your soul. Your heart is your mind. He's repeating himself, but now he's calling the logos the real priest, your true teacher. But now he doesn't call it logos, he calls it conviction. But that means you've repented because you realized that your deeds were wicked, because we see that our actions are liable for blame and deserving of reproach, even though we did them through ignorance. The priest, that is to say, conviction pollutes or dirties those wicked deeds, lets you realize they are filthy and strips them off of you. And now your soul can be made pure and you can be healed. Hey,
that's repentance.
That's repentance. But you know who said that? You know who summarized that in a digestible way?
All three of them books.
All three of them books.
The lunch lady.
All three of them ideas. You know who summarized them in a digestible way that makes the point so that people can understand?
The janitor, right?
Miss Tartarovsky. However, the logos makes men become sons in the true sense of the word if they follow a life of reason, repent, and strive for salvation. Come on, bro. Stop playing with me, bro. You told these people, I didn't know how to use my own sources. You forgot who I was. You forgot our friendship. You told these people that I didn't know how to use my own sources, and I was passing off some white lady's words as Philo's words because I'm too stupid to read the bibliography and learn it for myself when I told you that was my mission in the first place. And I got all these books, and it took me 7 months to do this, and you presented me to the nation like that. When I present you to the nation as a brilliant genius, you presented me.
You nasty. What the fuck type of nigga is you? Nigga, what the?
What's going on, man? It's like we in a Twilight Zone, man.
I love this. I love the video,
Different kind, bro. It's a different kind. Bro, we actually gave you the weapon against the Trinitarian.
Stop, yo. They don't deserve to know it. The people that study with us is supposed to know that.
My brother.
Damn, bro. We care about you that much, though.
Brother, we love you, bro. Like, damn.
Yo, check this out. Check this out, y'all. Look at this. I'm only playing this because you said it.
It's not a secret.
I was in the back. I'm that dude. I got the monk's robe on. It's mad candles and mad scrolls. I got the chains around me.
Candlelight blowing up the dust.
And then instead of me saying, yes, this will exalt me to the top. Right. I will be the greatest of all. I went to my brothers who I think are brilliant and said, can you help me with this study? And you took that and turned me into the stupidest nigga in America. I don't understand, man. And you said this. You said this.
Makes sense, bro. Come on, bro. What you doing, man?
You said this about my character.
So this is going to be the first time. This is the first time I want to address a comment. To say he's incorrect is one thing, but to say he's being purposely deceiving the nation is our BS. Did I say that he's purposely deceiving them, simpleton? No, shut up, nigga. Shut your mouth. Be quiet and pay attention.
Damn, that was my father-in-law. That's the father of my wife that you spoke to like that. Huh? Damn. You would say that to him?
No. Oh, man.
And all he said was, yo, why you making it like he purposely deceiving the nation? And you gonna sit up there and say you didn't say you.
When you put out a really crappy, and I'm just being honest and being frank, this is a really bad recipe. This is the worst recipe I've ever seen in my life. I also went and paid for it even after it was given to me for free, because guess what? Clearly, it's about the money.
It's about the money.
It's about the money. That's what you think of us? That's what you think of the elder?
Yeah, bro.
Come on, bro.
That hurt. And you know, we talked amongst ourselves. We said, yo, this doctrine is gonna polarize us.
Hold on. One thing at a. That's why he said that. You was trying to say he purposely deceiving the people for bread. Like, well, that he's not doing that. But you said you didn't say that, but you did. You said that about me. You presented me that way.
Clearly, it's about the money.
Let me tell you something. I love my people. I love my people. Far be it for me to take advantage of them, but then I would undo a lot of things if I ran down a list of how much I help.
Yeah.
And the sacrifices I make for my people.
Right.
As a small camp, what we do, not just for people that study with us, either other camps, the love that we show. But you said I'm just about the money, bro. I had to buy books, software, subscribe to websites, and I got my own Patreon, and you telling me I can't put it on my Patreon, the hardware. It's a book. I wrote a book. You wrote a book.
Yeah.
Beloved, you made a book. You made a book. You made a Bible. We promoted your Bible on the channel. Your Bible costs upwards of $100 and more. $15. Your Bible costs $100 more. Your download is $40. Mine is $15. I'm supposed to tell the people that you made that Bible for money? It was about my King James. My King James costs $5. How's he gonna charge $100 for that book? It's about the money. What, bro? That's your hard work. You charge what the fuck you want.
Right.
You charge whatever you want. And bro, I believe in you. I made your commercial. I added an extra section so that your website, because the video you sent me for your commercial, the aspect ratio was wrong. So I fixed it, and I charged for that service, but I didn't charge you. I fixed it, and then I added an ending section so that people could see your website because it was very short. Because I wanted people to get your Bible, because that was a triumph in Israel. That's how I think about you. And you didn't send me a free Bible. I don't have that for free. So am I supposed to take your Bible because you made it public and download it and then put it on my Patreon? Ariela's Bible, one of our resources. That's bootlegging. That's what you did to me. Or am I supposed to go through all the pages and talk about how much I hate it? I don't agree with this translation. This is wrong. He didn't break this down correctly.
He's deceiving the sheep for money.
Far be it from me. But it's about the money, bro. We charge a fee to advertise on our channel. You must support the body as we support you. Our fee is light work compared to what's out there. And you ain't paid that fee since July of last year, and we still promote your Bible. If I'm about money and I'm selfish like that, why am I promoting your Bible and for free? If I'm about, what the hell are you trying to? Hey, yo, when you said that, hey, yo, I'm about.
You nasty. What the fuck type of nigga is you? Nigga, what the?
It's Twilight Zone.
That's the only clip from what I had planned to do that I gotta play. Because, yo, what?
It's fitting.
Israel, I dissected his video he made about me. My understanding of Rhema verse. I kind of still got to do that, but it's 11:30.
Nah, we have to do that.
Yo, this nigga.
No,
you want to do it because you bloodlust. That's not right.
No, we have a responsibility to the flock.
What would Yahweh remember us for? The mercy, yes.
God.
See, what we want to do is prove that you winged it when you tried to break down John 1:1. You winged it when you went to John 6:63, expecting to see Logos there, and Rhema was there.
That was fun.
And you are not. It's obvious you do not understand the writer of the fourth Gospel's diction choice when choosing Logos versus Rhema. In all places, he is consistent, and we prepared to teach that. And
noun and verb agreement.
And all of that.
But you don't know.
But you know what? We taught it in the document. And people were supposed to support the body and go get the document. And if they have questions, we was going to take their questions. And the document was supposed to grow and evolve. And I was supposed to be able to include all of the words of the brothers, the wonderful, illustrious brothers who surround me and contribute. And I was going to credit all of them. And I wanted it to be, as I consider your Bible, I wanted this to be a monument in Israel. An ecumenical council documented on a discussion around John 1:1 and what is the correct exegesis by the Hebrew Israelites with annotations and notes from each side. Because you can't find that on the Trinity. The Trinity, all of Arius's objections to the Trinity were burned. So all you know is what the people who study with the Alexandrian side and the Athanasians, all you know is what they say the Arians say. They spit on Arius too, and they hit him too, because he didn't agree with their Trinity. And that's kind of what you did to me, bro. You spit on me, man, and you told me you love me at the same time. You punched me in the face, but I love you. You completely disrespected me as a brother. You took my intellectual property and made it yours. And then you undermined me to the nation. And you never talked to me. But you told them you did. You got real brothers with you over there that's going to ask you, is y'all all telling the truth? In that 2 hours you talked to him, did you say any of that stuff you said in that video? Because I'm going to call him and ask him. And you either got to tell the truth or you got to lie, bro. And how did you put me in this situation? How did I even get here? Wherever I would have to do something like I've done tonight, when all I would love to do is exalt you. Hold on, sister. You getting ahead of yourself. You're not throwing any slanders. I will show some of that though. Okay, I will show that, and then I'm gonna get off. And I'm gonna ask you a real question when I show some of that. That's right. See, because brothers is ready. He got his own mind of like, nah, man, we got to show our scholarship is worthy. Our scholarship is worthy. I know you want to do that. I know you want to do that. But the thing about it is, what do you want to be remembered for, Art? The scriptures say it is the glory of a man to pass over a transgression, right? And what all we've done is justify some criticisms he's made of ourselves. But you want to go on the offense and show what he doesn't know, and it's not necessary.
Okay. You're right.
It's not necessary.
You're right.
All right, that's what we teach over here. Now, check this out. You can't talk about my friends around me. Check this out. And your mods was working.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Active.
It was very
lot
very
to
active.
say.
A lot to say.
But for some reason, you wasn't modding this.
Right.
Did Christ ever charge for a breakdown?
And we know who that is.
Right.
Like, while feeding into this whole for money idea that you presented.
Yeah.
This clown, then they want you to pay for a breakdown so they can use the money to take a vacation.
Like,
Damn,
brother.
What? Oh, you want to say something?
Nah, I wasn't saying nothing. I was just stuttering.
Ain't no way I will let brothers talk about my friends like that.
Nah.
Even people in this chat are picking a side, but they not allowed to yap them gums. You can't do that because that's not what this is about. If you rewatch this video, I'm only keeping it a beam, but you let people talk about me like that too. When somebody said, why you bringing up how you defend us? That means your brotherhood is transactional.
Yeah, somebody said that.
I don't make no transactions. I'm promoting your book for months for free with no transaction because I love you. And you're not the only person I treat like that too. I love other people too because I believe in you. I think the world of you. But y'all so eager to tear down and destroy, and I don't understand what it's about. What did I do except earnestly teach something that I see in the scriptures? And you didn't touch the doctrine.
No.
That's what was crazy
about it.
I asked a lot of challenges I asked a lot of challenges.
You didn't make it to many of those.
You didn't deal with none of that. You didn't even show the people how I exegeted John 1 all the way to 18, each verse with precepts and an explanation.
Right.
So that means I wasn't telling you this what John was about. I was saying, go here in the Bible, look. Go here in the Bible, look. Go here in the Bible, look.
Explain
go here in the
every
Bible,
verse.
look.
Explain every verse.
You didn't represent me that way, man.
It's a lucky other one. The craziest part about it is he kept saying where our foundation was how Gentile Israelites feel, and a white woman's position was our foundation. But our foundation was the latter half of the document that you did not view. That was the foundation,
which is the Old Testament, Apocrypha, and New Testament. That's our foundation.
The Bible. And there's no presentation that anybody has ever done.
Our foundation.
It PowerPoint, a Get Up TED Talk presentation where the beginning parts of it is the powerful points or the foundation.
No, you got to get into the thing.
You do a set. It's called setting a premise.
Exactly.
And anybody who debates in academia understands that. You understand that because we see you as a scholar, but you ignored that that tenet in academia.
It really made me feel like, damn, bro, didn't really finish reading my joint.
No, you because you didn't study it, and that's why I say you were winging it. That's what it was no disrespect. It wasn't, yo, I think Ariela's stupid. No, I didn't do that. I didn't use the words that you used against me or against the brothers in SOT or against brothers' father-in-laws. I didn't use those words. I just said you're winging it because that's what you're doing. If before I disagree with a premise, I know how to teach it.
Why?
Because I have to study it and learn your position before I can say I disagree.
Because if I don't fully understand it,
I can't say it's wrong.
I don't, or else we're disagreeing from a place of ego, meaning I'm right because how dare you not agree with me?
Right.
Or I become a Christian and I'm arguing predicated upon cognitive dissonance.
Right.
It's just I believe it real hard, so I'm fighting you because I believe it.
And that's what the Trinitarian does. Listen, we are brothers of. We have a high regard for Israelites. We believe that we are the best scholars on the earth. We are the vanguards of the text, which is why, in order for us to be respected on an academic stage, we have to consult with one another as what?
Scholars. Why did Vocab Malone write the book on the history of One West? That's an embarrassment.
Who is he?
That is an those are not my words. Elder Shalama of Light of Zion also came into contact with the document, and he made his own video. And I reached out to him, and he answered the phone for me. Hey, yo, again, it's not for you guys to make statements.
Right.
Let me do this. Watch your mouth. You can't compete with Ariella
at all.
Just relax. Now, look, check this out. Elder Shalama answered the phone for me, and I said, Adawan, I would prefer if you didn't show my slides. I don't mind if you disagree. I don't care about that at all because I welcome the disagreement because that's where the learning is. But please don't show my slides because that's for those who study and support the body. Right. He said, I didn't know that. I completely understand. I'm taking the video down. And he called me today and encouraged me he actually talked to me for 2 hours. He called me today and encouraged me for 2 hours. And he doesn't agree with me. Yeah. He doesn't agree. He does not agree. But he said, I like what you're doing and I understand where you're coming from. And the questions you asking at the end, the challenges, you make a point.
He actually
he said that.
He actually read the document.
Yes.
There are some brothers that admit it. Listen, I don't agree with your position, but there are certain points you make. I do not have an intelligent answer for.
They irrefutable right now. You have a strong. One Trinitarian hit me up and said, I disagree with Hebrew Israelites and you, but I read your document. I paid for it. And you make some strong points. You have a very strong position. And I need to think about this.
And you know why they're doing that?
Because we crushing that Trinity.
Yes. They have.
Yes.
Listen, when we do rooms on the Trinity, me and the elder will go on conquests.
We go into any room.
We go in any room. And as soon as we find out that we're like inquisitors, we find out that you're a Trinitarian. Trinitarians, they hide their position from us because they know our position. Yeah. They know our position is from a place not only of spirituality and our love and zeal for God, but of scholarship. We know the conversation of your church fathers. We looked into that. So we go in like inquisitors. We have to pry out of them. Yeah. You're a Trinitarian, are you?
They don't want to reveal their position.
You're hiding under the floorboards, aren't you? For those of you that understand
glorious
reference, right? And then they reveal it, and then it's like, let's discuss.
And they don't want to.
And they don't want to. Why? Because they studied us. They're on this class right now.
They're not used to talking to someone that knows exactly what the Trinity is and the historic attempts to try to prove it.
No,
they're used to giving you newspeak,
yes,
and making up fantasy arguments that no Trinitarian makes.
Because they know
You know what I'm saying?
they know the only weapon they have on their side is history. And what has history been? Violent. They are the top theology on the earth through conquest.
They're the victors.
And through perpetuated enforcement.
Right.
So they can tell you whatever they want. And you better believe it, or you're a damn heretic. You're a damnable heretic.
That's how they talk
That's
to
how
you.
they talk to you.
And we tell them you cannot prove that with a Bible.
You cannot prove that. And you know why we can say that? Because we have access to the knowledge that you tried to hide. And you do not have the power to place us under sword or to excommunicate us, because we're not a part of your church.
We don't care.
We don't care. That is the power they had in the 4th century and beyond. And now the doctrine is prevalent. But see, our position is scarce because it's not often communicated. But guess what? We have the power to do as God's sons. Reason.
And you don't tell us what to teach over here.
That's
Right?
spoken like a Levite priest, man.
Straight like that. So when we discovered the position that we see right now, it was irrefutable and it's all over the Bible. And it was like, wow.
It was there.
And the Trinity became so weak because that was one of their strongest positions. Anthropomorphizing pre-incarnate Christ using John 1. And for them to have to face the reality that actually doesn't make sense to the reader who would be reading and picking up the book of John.
Yes.
It would be no way for John to even know that. You would have to suggest that John, by divine inspiration, got a revelation that Matthew, Mark, and Luke did not get. And that the 24 elders at the end of the Bible, the angels all through the Bible, and all the prophets never understood. And I talk about that in the document carefully. I'm only going to show one page of the document. I'm not going to bootleg my own joint. All right. Straight like that.
And it's more like he talks about his 70 slides.
It's 70
where
slides.
He only show like the first how many?
The 5 slides.
It is?
Yes.
The section he showed is the introduction, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He showed 9 slides.
9 slides.
He didn't even show all 9, but he pulled from the block of 9 slides, which was just teaching and introducing the novice who you say I'm trying to steal their money from. I'm introducing them to what logos means in Greek and how it was used historically. That's it. So it's not culture shock when they see how the word is being applied linguistically. Oh, that was done before. There's people that do that. That's how Greeks use that word. They don't use rhema the way that they use the word logos. That's why when he tried to go to John 6 and 63, and he expected to see logos there, he didn't find it there, and then he tried to breeze past that. Like I was like, you come on, bro. You talked to me for 2 hours and told me that you think John 6 and 63 uses the word logos. I would have said no, it doesn't. I know John's writing style because I had to study that, because that was part of my study. How does John see? Mark and Matthew have a different way of speaking Greek than John.
Yes.
It's good. It's good. Listen, we're going way too long. It's 11:30. But at the end of the day, man, I'm going to say this, man. Yo, brotherhood is the final chamber. There is no such thing as telling a brother you love him while you spit on him and insult him. And as young entrepreneurs, businessmen, you stepped on me by taking my hard-earned work that I worked that work for SOT, bro. And you took that from me. It's like a nigga sat on your car and dented your hood and got up and said, what? That's how you made me feel. And that's why I was so angry, right? But at the same time, because he says he loves Christ so much, right? That he had to act like that. I love Christ so much, I'll obey him. I wish I said, if you have an ought with your brother, you go to him. I messaged you, bro. 2 days in a row. You had time to speak to someone else to tell them you're not gonna talk to me. That is where, you know, the lesson I wanted to do came from, because that is when I felt like, oh, you tried to run a play on me. Niggas did this to try to play me, to exalt themselves. They sacrificed me.
Right.
Yeah.
Our friendship. But now that I got cooler heads, we just attack it academically. And I think I proved that my work is credible and it is the work of a scholar, not some idiot that don't know how to use his own sources. That was foul, bro.
That's right.
We didn't even
That
get
was
into
foul.
all of it.
So, and we ain't even get into all of it. But I hit you up, bro. And you told people you talked to me for 2 hours, got them thinking that you talked to me for 2 hours like what you said into that camera.
Right.
And then I hit you up to ask you not to use my intellectual property, and you avoided me on purpose.
You nasty. You, what the fuck type of nigga is you? Nigga, what the?
That's on your permanent foul, bro. And may the Most High deal with you on that and change your heart. All right. But don't, it's too late. You want to talk to me now for? After you did what you planned to do. Well, I never planned to disrespect you. I never planned to undermine your hard work. Honestly, I think all the brothers in Israel are brilliant. I think I can't say enough about those brothers. You know, we don't have to teach the same thing for me to think that you're brilliant. We're gonna see eye to eye when Yahushua return, who we believe in, who we do believe pre-existed, just not the way what you. Go look at the document.
Go actually look at it. Look at what Clement said. What you reviewed on your video.
He skimmed by that.
Yeah, you skimmed by that.
When you was reading Clement was telling the Corinthians we must be meek, humble, kind, be quick to reconcile. You read all of that and skimmed through all of that while spitting in my face. And I will never understand it, but I love you. It's 11:30. We're gonna do what we always do at this time. We're gonna send up prayers to the Most High, the Lord's Prayer, who in that prayer it says, forgive our transgressions as we forgive those who trespass against us. And I promise you, bro, you already forgiven. All right. Shout out to the IDC. Y'all like this? It's hard.
Cold as hell.
Put that shit on the back.
Members only, man.
Fire. Right? Roe, you ain't got it. He want that. I'm gonna market this sold out so he can't have it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him don't let Roe buy it. I'm gonna tell him. All right, the IDC is our official outfitter. Yo, listen, man. I put 7 months into that work. It is intelligible. It is easy to digest, but it's not perfect. I'm not Stephen King. I'm not no author. Okay? I never wrote a book before, and there are things that I can do better. And like Captain Aharon told me, before that happened, he told me, brothers could take it like you're saying that Philo actually said that quotation. You need to make sure they understand that that's Philo's sentiment summed up in that quotation. That was a brother peer reviewing my work and helping me, man.
Exactly.
So when the final version is ready, it'll be annotated that way, and he will be credited as an editor because he contributed to it, man. And for the rest of you brothers talking all that snake stuff in the chat, you will forever be irrelevant. And for all the brothers over there, because brothers from over there hit me up showing me mad love, saying, yo, we don't agree with that. Just let you know. Right. And I'm not gonna do no vendetta. It's just what gotta be said, And it would have never happened if you wouldn't have played me like that. We'd still be doing this behind the scenes.
Yeah.
He'd be on our captain's call with us. And we'd be honoring him as a scholar. Because that's how I tell y'all to approach these men.
Yeah.
You know? So anyway, call into the number at the bottom, man. We're gonna call into the number at the bottom of the screen, and we're gonna praise our God through our King who we love and honor.
That's right.
Let nobody tell you nothing different.
That's right.
Con.
We're the sons of thunder. It's our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. Khan? Shalom.
Shalom, family. First and foremost, I have to give all praises, all glory, and all honor unto the Most High God, Yahweh. Of course, I do so in the name of his only begotten Son, Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. It's your brother Ariala of Sakari, and I am excited to present to you, the nation of Israel, the official Hebrew Israelite Bible. Now, this has been the culmination of 4 long years of hard work, and it is available for purchase at HIBofficialzion.com. Get yours today.